Twitter for web will now stay on your preferred timeline? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Clean Tech, home of daily technology news and reviews, and today we're going to be talking about Twitter's latest update. Today's video is brought to you by Clean Router. More on them at the end of the video. So as per the headline, Twitter for web will now stay on your preferred timeline. If the algorithmic timeline isn't for you, the latest Twitter update should be a relief. Let's jump right in. Twitter should now be less annoying about pushing its quote "for you" algorithmic timeline. The company announced that the web version will now remember which timeline you were using last and default to it when you open it again. The feature should also be coming to iOS and Android soon. Obviously, this is kind of one of those gradual rollouts where, you know, the web gets it first and Android and iOS come second in this case. And honestly, it never really bothered me per se, you know, in terms of what timeline is, you know, at any given time active on Twitter. But then again, I guess it is a concern for some people, which is why Twitter rolled this feature out. And, you know, for those of you that were asking for it, hey, you finally got it. The update brings back functionality that existed before the tab UI was introduced. There used to be a button that let you choose which version of the timeline you wanted to see. If you're the type of person who occasionally pops over to for you from following or vice versa, the new version with the ability to remember which tab you left off on should make that easier. This change probably won't do too much to appease users who would rather just set it and forget it though. So that's obviously talking about people that are in the same group as me, you know, the ones who just don't care about this. And I guess there's all kinds of people, you know, those that have a preference for stuff like this, and those who simply just don't care. We actually have a tweet from Twitter support. Were any of you, parentheses, all of you, asking for your timeline to default to where you left it last? Starting today on web, if you close Twitter on the quote "for you" or "following" tabs, you will return to whichever timeline you had open last. iOS and Android coming soon. And yeah, I mean, I guess that makes it official. The person who wrote this, he actually ran a couple of tests, and in them, Twitter successfully brought him back to the following timeline after he closed the tab, but wouldn't default to one of his pin lists, something that Elon Musk said should work when he announced the feature last week. It's possible the behavior is just a bug though, as it'll show the list as a selected tab for a moment before switching to the following one. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense, really. That's the case with like pretty much any tech product out there. You know, any app, any website, you know, it's not too far-fetched for it to experience bugs. And once they get discovered, only then they're addressed or resolved or ironed out and whatever. So obviously, when, you know, new features or updates roll out, you know, beta programs, alpha programs, you know, they usually go hand in hand with these kinds of releases. And you know, nothing is perfect, rarely ever it is the case. And yeah, I mean, it's an update, at least, you know, it's one thing to take away that Twitter is listening on people's requests and, you know, actually trying to deliver what they're asking for. Maybe you know, it might not be as perfect as you had hoped or anticipated initially right off the bat, but then again, the fact that the company listens to you and, you know, actually rolls out I don't know, frequent updates to actually iron those bugs out is, you know, definitely something noteworthy. But yeah, all in all, for those that actually have a preference on what timeline, you know, Twitter defaults to, at least on the web, well, Twitter has something for you now. For Android and iOS users who, you know, spend their entire days on Twitter, you're gonna have to wait for a while, and hopefully in the near future Twitter is gonna roll this update out on those platforms as well. But yeah, those are just some of my thoughts on it. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. Clean Router is the only router you will ever need because it allows parents to easily manage all the devices in their homes and stop internet pornography. It's simple and easy to use, doesn't slow down the internet, and allows you to block pornography, gambling, and anything else that you don't want your kids to see using the 7-layer IntelliFilter. Logs all activities per device. It also allows you to put time restrictions, get email reports, and gives you the ability to block content by keywords and even filters YouTube. Check them out in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.